Cohen in the city. It's been 6 years now since the Information and Referral Center of Greater Montreal received its 211 operator license. What is 211? Well, joining me to talk about that is Matthew Charette, who is the Director of Technology for the service. Welcome, Matthew.
Hello, how are you?
Great to have you. So Matthew, let's start off. For someone who has no idea what 211 is, please explain the procedure.
Yes, well, 211 is an information and referral service. So we guide people towards a different community organization in the Greater Montreal. So what that means is whether you're looking for housing assistance, whether you're looking for food, whether you have any kind of needs for which is a community organization, you can call us. And we have specialists, we have community navigators that will help you navigate through all the different organizations that are up there. You can also go to our website, basically kind of the same. You can look at the different topics and you can find different organizations that can serve your need.
And it's as simple as dialing 211, correct? If you live in Montreal, Laval, or virtually anywhere in Quebec?
Yeah, actually since the beginning of the pandemic, we had a federal grant to expand all the service in all the province of Quebec. So right now it's expanded in Quebec and all parts of Canada.
What I found fascinating is that it's in about 200 languages that people, how do you manage that?
Yes, well, in-house, all our counselors are bilingual, so you can contact us in French or English. But we also access to multilingual service, which means that if you speak any other language, we make a three-way conversation with a translator, and that connects pretty quickly. So normally within 2 and 5 minutes, we have access to that service 24/7.
So I understand from information I've received from your office that you had a 39% increase in calls during the COVID period. So maybe you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, big spike during the COVID, especially beginning directly in March when it hits, and we went up to in April 2020 compared to April 2019, probably around 200% increase. A lot of people were contacting us about food, so we saw the unemployment problem. We saw all the questions that people that were normally not in a precarious position that just became that way. So a lot of new person were calling 211, and that explained that spike that lasts up to now. But the biggest raise was really between March and May.
And I imagine your operators must have a lot of very grateful clients, like people calling must be very appreciative to have this service.
Yes, we have some once and then that are calling us back, that are explaining how much that the service that we gave could have changed their lives. And sometimes it's something that we don't necessarily see because we refer people to different organizations. But sometimes it's the first step in a process of someone to get help. And that first step of making that call is the one that is sometimes the most challenging to get help when you really need it. So sometimes people call us back and say, well, yes, the organization gave us the service and they did a great job at the end, but I'm grateful that you took the time for me to give me the right resources to understand our need, because sometimes the needs are complex. Sometimes it involves different criteria, different type of services that is not necessarily point A to point B. You know.
What would you say is the number one request that you get from the most callers who call the 211 service? What is the number one and number two, perhaps, things that people want to know about, ask about?
Last year with the spike, the biggest demand was for food bank. So that was the main one. The second one, and the one that is actually the main one in the Greater Montreal, is housing. A lot of people looking for housing, a lot of people that are having issues with their owners, new renters, or a lot of people that are stressed and want to know about their rights because they receive different kind of forcing by their owners to expose them. So yeah, housing is right now the number one in the Greater Montreal.
Okay, very interesting. So this is the 2-on-1 service. It's a nonprofit, right? That's the way you operate. How do you get your funding?
Absolutely, we're a nonprofit, and all 2-on-1 services in Canada are nonprofit. We have different kind of funding. Our main funding comes from the Greater Montreal area, so all the cities are contributing to the funding. We also receive funding from Centraide du Grand Montréal, which is our main partner, and we have a bit of provincial funding and federal funding, like for the COVID, especially that year.
Right, and you're operational 7 days a week.
7 days a week, yeah, 70 hours per week, so 10 days from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And even when there's a holiday, people can call you, right?
They can every day, yes, even during holidays.
So this all started actually in Laval in 2016. Any reason why Laval was the first in Quebec to start this?
It was not the first in Quebec. It was the first in Greater Montreal.
Okay, Greater Montreal.
Of 2-on-1 in the Quebec region for a while, since 2008. But yes, in Laval, just because some different cities we were more interested to push that forward. Laval was one of the main one who had a lot of change in their community organization and were pushing a lot of new interesting ideas. And they are the one that buy in first to the project. After that, Montreal, other CRM in different regions in the North Shore mainly joined the project, and Montreal wanted to push with all the Greater Montreal area cities to have a more cohesive project, I could say.
Right, right. And so Montreal started in 2018. So it's been 3 years, and I guess every year things have probably gotten better and more people know about it.
Yes, yes. Our calls are increasing every year by a bit. A lot of also on the web, number of web visit is increasing maybe by 20% every year. So we're seeing that. And yeah, more and more people are knowing us. And I think being able to reach all the province will also help us this year, because when there are some city or some part of the province that are not covered, it doesn't necessarily help to say, well, 2-on-1 is everywhere. Now that it is, it's clear to people that they can call us whenever they are.
So all people need to do really is go to www.211qc.ca, or of course, call 211 if they have a question. But obviously, if you can go on the website, it's going to help because it's going to give a good presentation of exactly what you offer.
Exactly. And we also offer chat online. So if they go to our website, they can chat with a counselor, same hour of service for the chat. Same people that can help you to navigate.
Terrific. Okay, well, this is very good. I'm glad that we had this opportunity. We certainly want at the Suburban to inform all of our readers about this important service. This is a great start, and we'll have something in print as well. So, Matthew, thank you very much for giving us your time.
You're welcome.
All right. So, everyone, go to 211qc.ca.